After an amazing journey on Spider-Man Remastered, the perfect next step is to move to Spider-Man Miles Morales. So join me on this spectacular platinum journey, and you already know I've got to do Spider-Man 2 next. So if you do enjoy the video, don't forget to drop a like, and if you are new around here, don't forget to subscribe. My name is Rezi, and I am making it my mission to platinum or 100% as many games as I possibly can, of all variety. So I'm sure if you stick around long enough, I will platinum or 100% your favorite game at some point. So let's jump into this. This game is ridiculously short in comparison to Spider-Man Remastered, only taking me 17 hours to get the platinum. So in order to make the game somewhat challenging, I cranked the difficulty all the way to spectacular and got on my merry way. With absolutely no time to find our feet on this new game, I am instantly met by Rhino as he has escaped from the NYPD. Genuinely, these guys are about as useful as a woman with car keys. But anyway, this would have been a perfect opportunity to get a trophy here, but my dumbass missed it, so I'll have to replay this mission after completing the story. Not to worry though, as we did get our first story related trophy here, Rhino Rodeo. For riding Rhino, not exactly how I thought my day would go.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Moving on from that bull ride, we watched the OG Spider-Man get his ass handed to him by Rhino. But don't fear, let's send the kid in to finish the job, and it's a good job he did, as this is where we get introduced to Miles's Venom power, which is some sort of bioelectricity. Basically, he does zap zap and things fry. After turning Rhino from rare to well done, these red stormtroopers come in and we get introduced to Simon Krieger, who long story short owns a company called Roxxon, which is like the worst version of Sable International from the previous game, and not to mention, he's also a massive dickhead. Reflecting on my day with Pete, he tells us that he is going on vacation and it is up to me to protect this city while he is gone. Before he leaves, however, he gives us a gift that is a new suit, resulting in a fitting trophy, a gift from Pete. Pete sends us on a little mission to try one of his training exercises. These are quite similar to the Taskmaster challenges in the previous games, which is quite nice. Since I was already here, I decided to give the challenge a go, and by getting spectacular or better, I got a well-earned trophy. So now it is up to us to protect the city, and there is some stuff going down at Roxxon Plaza. You know, that dickhead's company. To break down what they have done is they have made a new clean energy source called Newform that definitely doesn't sound dangerous at all and would be absolutely terrible if it gets into the wrong hands. But why would that ever happen? While sneaking around, I get caught off guard by a member of the Underground gang, who we will later have close relations with, but after taking these fools out... No! How did I die so quick? Oh, for God's sake, I forgot to set my spawn point. The guys with the guns arrive, and I make my swift exit and a return back home to a lovely, heartwarming Christmas dinner. Here we get introduced to Finn, our childhood and present and potential love interest and best friend. It's kind of weird, but the chemistry, like I say, is a bit weird. They like each other, but they're so close it feels like siblings, and it is kind of like a start to a shitty porno, but let's move on from that. We go meet our Uncle Aaron as someone has been meddling with the train tracks, and would you believe it, it's the Underground. They didn't take much work to get rid of, and then some quick puzzle solving skills, we get the trains back up and running. However, the Underground did not like that at all, and they thought it would be a good idea to put some bombs on the tracks. So for our good efforts for preventing a terrorist attack, we got another story related trophy. Heading back to Uncle Aaron after completing that little side quest, he had a gift for us and he decided to drop this absolute bomb on us.
Did I get the name right?
How did you...
Then I decided to upgrade my suit, purchasing my first suit upgrade, giving us yet again another wonderful trophy. Now for a side quest of Spider-Man looking for Spider-Man doing Spider-Man things. God, that was a mouthful. Before heading home, I upgrade my visor by putting a mod onto it, giving me better vision. Then we head off to Miles's mum's campaign. Unfortunately for Miles, his canon event had already happened, so his mum was very safe, until the Underground showed up, and we got a glimpse of the Tinkerer, who is the leader of this Underground gang. With the Underground claiming Roxxon were killers, the only logical thing for them to do was cause a full-blown terrorist attack and blow up a bridge. Yeah, fight fire with fire. Yeah, great idea. We arrive at the bridge to see Underground trying to get their hands on some new form, and my brain was trying to figure out who is under that mask. I bet it's that girl, Finn. Is that the name? Bet it's her. Then with a bit of push and shove, my thoughts were correct. I knew it. Yeah, looking back at that in the edit, it was kind of obvious it was her, but anyway. Then with the bridge all messed up, what would Spider-Man be without a scene like this? But by hanging on by a thread, we get our next story-related trophy. The antics on the bridge don't stop there as we are pinned to the edge by Roxxon troopers, and scared shitless, I managed to turn myself invisible. This will be very useful later on. With our new powers, it is only right we whip up a new suit, which I absolutely love by the way, and then we go take it for a spin. Knowing Finn is the Tinkerer, it was time to do some intel gathering on her, and then finding her secret room and unlocking her computer, we see that her brother Rick got sick from working on Newform, and evidently something bad happened to him since Finn is literally a supervillain now. Like I said, something bad clearly happened and we need to track down our phone to figure out what that was. And of course, her phone is in a Roxxon tower. So by sneaking in, we are met by the Prowler, aka Uncle Aaron, who reluctantly gave us some help after we were gonna beat his ass, basically. I didn't want to hurt anyone in here, so I was gentle when taking them all out. We find Finn's phone and see that her brother was absolutely obliterated into dust by a Roxxon reactor. Now starting to get a feel for why Finn hates them so much, as we see Simon, aka Shithead, trap them in there. Miles being Miles, he decided to finish the job by taking out the reactor, but then destroying the only piece of evidence that could put Simon behind bars. Then with a lucky escape with the help of Uncle Aaron, we now know the core of the problem to Finn's motive and get a story related trophy. Back out into the city, one of Pete's exercises was round the corner, so I decided to complete it while I was here and got another trophy to add to the list. Going for coffee with Finn, she finally tells us about Rick, and admitting to stalking in a hideout and then finding out about the underground, we just asked to join. Obviously not knowing that we are Spider-Man, she thought she'd give us a test first. The test being jumping from a crane to a building. One absolute sicko. But we make the jump with ease and make our way into the underground hideout, aka Fisk Tower. In search for the new form that Finn stole on the bridge, we put our suit on and make our way down into the underground training area. Wiping them out with absolute ease just proves they just need that little bit more training. They got destroyed. Reaching the secret room, we find out that the new form has been moved to another location, but not to worry though, as we did get another story related trophy. After heading out of the underground layer, round the corner was another one of Pete's training exercises, and this one being a stealth one. So channeling our inner Oliver Queen, we got ultimate and a trophy to add to the collection. ADHD kicking in, I took out one of the bases and managed to get one of the combat trophies while I was there for throwing enemies into a group. Back on track with the mission, I break my way into the theater where Finn has the new form kept. Now revealing Finn's plans, we see that she is going to use the new form to blow up Roxxon Plaza, and we can't allow that. But some underground members arrived in short time, but they had nowhere to hide as I took them out one by one. Once they are all taken out, I go grab the new form, and then from the heavens above, Finn drops in and robs it from right in front of us and then legs it out of there. This leads to an explosive chase scene, which was actually quite cool. Want to know what isn't cool though? Getting absolutely slammed onto a rail by a supervillain. The only way of saving ourselves here was to reveal our true identity, and then she ghosts me harder than any girl I've ever spoken to. If I got a trophy every time I got ghosted, I would have a platinum in life by now. After completing that mission, I gave another one of Pete's challenges a go, and this time getting a combat trophy for a Venom jump and then a Venom dash on a single enemy. Then I don't know what came over me, but I thought this would be a good opportunity to get that 100x combo, and it genuinely took me one attempt to get this. It was so easy. Oh, 100x combo. Let's go! Off to clear our head now from the trauma with Finn, I go to Uncle Aaron and take his advice to clear the air with Finn. It's so nice to have a trustworthy uncle. Yeah, no, so the rat sold me out. Oh, and look who it is, Mr. Dickhead. We haven't seen him in a while, and of course he is behind all of this. Luckily, we managed to break free, and during our escape, we see Uncle Aaron, Rhino, and Mr. Dickhead all talking. I still can't believe he sold us out, man. Our escape wasn't easy though, as Rhino came smashing through the door, becoming a bodyguard for our exit. Not to worry with our new Venom powers, and after defeating him in the previous game, he was no more of a challenge in this one, so we pieced him up and took down the exploding bulldozer. While I was getting the evidence to put Simon Krieger away, Finn had other plans and decided to penetrate Rhino with her sword. And immediately tackling Finn off, she smacks us up and tells us that if we go near her again, she will kill us. Making it back home to safety, we are put in a bad position as Mama Rio finds out our secret. Being the supportive mother she is, she sent us back out into the city to fight some crimes, and I guess you could call me a crime master now with the amount of crimes that I've stopped. But there was one criminal I had to deal with. Speak of the devil, there he is, Uncle Aaron, the sellout. Very much displeased with him, we brawl it out and settle this family drama once and for all. Heading over to go deal with Finn, we are hit with a final warning before reaching the end of the story. They didn't want to make this last part easy, as I had to take out so many underground members, but by becoming the invisible spider, I managed to make light work of these guys. Getting into the science center, it kicked off with a flashback mission where we got to play as younger Miles and getting in the competitive spirit by playing some mini games. Oh, hey look, it's Spider-Man. It was nice to have a wholesome moment with the friendship between these two and makes me not want to fight her as much, but nevertheless, after remembering the shared history between them, it was right back to reality and getting our ass handed to us by some underground members. By this point, Finn had the city in absolute shambles, but we beelined straight to Roxxon Plaza where she was. Now this was the final fight of the game, and it was honestly pretty cool. I like how the subtitles says Tinkerer, showing Finn was truly lost in the hatred for Roxxon. The fight did have multiple stages, but by the end, with 1 HP and an absolute dream, I managed to stop her. The reactor at this point was at critical and ready to destroy Harlem, and Finn knew she had messed up, and what she thought could be her last moment, she apologized, and not gonna lie, playing this scene got me in my feels, man. The only thing left to do now was to stop the reactor by absorbing all of its energy, and this potentially killing us, and the developers really cooked in the cutscenes here, I can't lie. Such an upgrade from the first game. This absorbed energy was great, but it couldn't stay in us that long, and then in one last saving grace, Finn takes us up to the sky and allows us to explode this energy away from the city. Yes, and as you can tell here from the trophy, she did die in the process, making this the ultimate sacrifice. And this concluded the story. A short one, I know, but Mr. Dickhead got locked up, and then we got the seal of approval from Pete. What more could we want? Our journey, however, doesn't stop there, as we have a decent amount of cleaning up to do, so let's get into this. Immediately ticking off the ceiling takedown trophy, which I thought I'd done way sooner, but then genuinely a minute later, I managed to trap these guys together with the remote mines, and then that gave us another trophy. By this point in the game, I had a bunch of tokens which I just forgot to spend, so I decided to spend them on some upgrades. This resulting in a very easy trophy, and then back out into the city. Hey look, I'm on a boat. One of the collectibles were postcards that Miles' dad had left for him, so taking a trip down memory lane here, we grabbed all 8 of those and added them to the collection. During the side missions, we discovered that Fisk is still pulling some strings inside the city, even though he's in Raft prison. So gunning straight for the king, we put a stop to that immediately. And then completely by accident, and I never saw it coming, I managed to take out one of the bases without getting detected. Next on the collectibles list was the time capsules, and by doing some urban exploring, collecting all 16 of them, this was no trouble at all. During this base, I decided to use it as an opportunity to get the wall takedown kills, as there are still a few combat trophies left. And then finally, taking out our last underground base here, we are finally finally undone all of the underground's hard work. One step closer to getting all of the collectibles, I get my last sound clip from Uncle Aaron. My god, I actually hated doing these missions, they just felt a bit pointless, and the song wasn't even that good at the end. I figured it has been a while since I've done some of Pete's challenges, so doing my last one here gave me a well-earned trophy. Now onto the last Roxxon lab, and sneaking out from under their noses, I shut down the last of them. Even though Finn was now non-existent, there was still some of the caches left around the city, and getting our very last collectible here, we did get a glorious trophy. Oh yeah, remember how we did all that training from Pete? Well, he had one more test for us, and it was fighting Vulture, as this was his first enemy. Quite cool if you ask me, but he was easy work with the venom powers, but we did take down Pete's first villain. I genuinely nearly forgot about this trophy, which were the app requests, basically a bunch of side missions and crimes and things like that. At least we got a 5-star review for my efforts. 2 for the price of 1 here, as our new home is all safe and sound from crime. A weird miscellaneous trophy here was scrolling through the social feed once you've completed the story. A little bit pointless, but it's progress, so I won't complain. At this point in the game, I was just hunting through the trophy list before I went into New Game Plus, and this one was kind of random, but hey ho. Oh yeah, remember at the start of the game where I missed that trophy while riding Rhino? Well, I managed to quickly grab that one before entering New Game Plus. Walking our way into New Game Plus, feeling fresh and ready to tackle the game again, I immediately got to work on the remaining trophies. Don't ask me how, but I only just got this one for defeating 100 enemies with venom attacks. I guess I'm just a pacifist. Unlocking my final skill was just the beginning, as we are steaming through this second playthrough. Since I had all of the skills, it was only right I bought my last and final suit, and now I am ready for anything. Oh yeah, you know how I said I was steaming my way through this playthrough? Well, yeah, it's done. Finished. Finitoed. But our journey is not quite done, as we needed to go see the man, the myth, the legend, Stan Lee. God, I love his cameos in this. Now, for this last trophy, I'm just gonna let it play out. So if you did enjoy this journey, don't forget to drop a like on the video, and please do subscribe if you are new. It will help me out massively, and I'll see you on the next one. And here we are, about to get our final trophy. I think a lot of you know which one it is. I just wanted to end this story off amazingly. Spider-Man Miles Morales, what an incredible journey, an incredible story. Honestly, I think it was better than the last one, just very, very short. I can't wait for Spider-Man 2. Pay respects at Jefferson Davis grave in Harlem. We're about to get it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me on this journey. It's been an incredible ride. And there it is. Be yourself. Wow, what an amazing journey. Look forward to Spider-Man 2. Let's get it.